Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of How to Make Drinks at Home. Today we're going to be doing our first ever pitcher show. And what better to do than a pitcher of sangria. This is one of my absolute favorites. I've been making this for a long time. And I think you guys will find this recipe is really easy to do. It comes out really great. Sangria has kind of an interesting history. If you look into it, it goes back to ancient Roman times when it was really hard to find safe drinking water. And the custom was for most people was just to drink wine. And they would water it down a little bit and add in fruit and spices and other things. So they're basically, just drinking watered down wine all day long because that was safer. I think when you look back at ancient Roman history, it starts to make more sense when you realize these guys were like soused half the time. It continued in Spain for hundreds of years until the Moors conquered Spain, and then they banned it for 7 centuries, which is unthinkable. And in this country, sangria is generally thought to have been introduced at the 1964 World's Fair, and that was the thing that popularized it, made it part of our culture today. The other thing I love about sangria is it's great for parties because if you're having people over for anything from an Oscars party to 4th of July or anything, it's pretty typical to put out a spread of beer and wine, stuff like that. The thing that's great about sangria is people like it, it's easy to make, and most importantly, you want to make this the day before. So if you've got people coming over on Saturday for a party, you make this the day before and it's one less thing to do. All you have to do at the very end, right before people show up, is add some club soda and ice and it's ready to go. So we've got a bunch of elements here. First off, of course, is wine, red wine. You can make this with a lot of different kinds of wine. Some people like to use Spanish wines. I actually like to use Cabernet Sauvignon. This is a 750 milliliter bottle because I'm not making an enormous batches because I'm not having a lot of people over these days, as you can understand. If you want to use a bigger bottle of wine, like a 1500 milliliter, you use the same recipe, just double all the other stuff. And then we've got triple sec. We've got brandy, orange juice, pomegranate juice. Like I said, at the end, you're going to want to put in club soda and ice, and then, of course, fruit. So in the interest of time, I've gone ahead and already diced up some fruit. So we're going to start off with grapes. We're going to go right into our pitcher. And what I like to do is cut them in half because, as I said in earlier videos, you really want to get at the inside of the fruit. You want to get the aroma, the smell, the taste, all that. And with grapes, the easiest way to do it is just cut them in half. And then we've got an orange, which I've gone ahead and sort of diced up. And then finally, an apple. You can put other stuff in too. You can put in strawberries, kiwi, you can put in a whole bunch of stuff, blackberries. But the thing with sangria is you really want it to sit for at least a day, in some cases a couple days, and some of those other fruits kind of start to dissolve a bit, so I find these the most reliable. All right, so the next step is we're just going to pour in a whole bottle of wine. So be careful as you do this, so it doesn't splash on your nice outfit. All right, and then this is easy. Everything else is going to be half a cup with this recipe. And again, like I said, if you want to go with the bigger bottle, the 1500 milliliter, you would just up that to a cup. So triple sec, half a cup, brandy, half a cup. Orange juice, now depending on how sweet you want, you could do more. You could start with half a cup, and then if you want it to be a little sweeter, you could up that to 3/4 of a cup or even a whole cup. Here we're going, half a cup. And then finally, pomegranate juice. I came upon this a long time ago, and it just adds a little sort of unexpected extra note of flavor. There we go. And that's it. That's really all you have to do. You add all the stuff in, you give it a nice stir, and then you want to put it in the fridge and let it sit overnight. And then right before people show up, chuck in a bunch of ice and maybe like a cup of club soda. And the thing that's really nice is after the fruit's been soaking in this overnight, the next day, if the people, your guests, love it and you burn through the whole pitcher, you can just do a new one because the fruits are already activated. It'll taste like sangria that's been aged. So the fruit is really the key. That's it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope everybody's staying safe, and I'll see you soon.